When we're looking at in this module, we're going to take a look at two pieces that you may already be familiar with, but maybe you haven't explored some of the advanced features or additional options of. This is multiple choice, especially looking at the formatting of multiple choice questions, as well as taking a look at constructed responses, where you may not have Schoology be able to grade it for you, but you can gain some great insight into students' understanding and help them make their thinking visible. In this section, we want you to be looking for those things that are different from how you might traditionally use multiple choice or constructed responses inside an assessment. We all know that we're very familiar with multiple choice or short answer essay questions, but how are we using them in ways that could be different and could impact the learning for your students in ways that are better? Remember to hold on to those thoughts because you will be adding them to a Padlet board in a little later as we go through this section. So, taking a look specifically at multiple choice formatting, we're going to look at three things that maybe you didn't know about. Now, I know multiple choice questions are very familiar to most people as a form of test question. They're also a great way to do a quick evaluation of students' knowledge, like an exit slip or even a warm up for the day to get their brains thinking about the content. But did you know that with Schoology assessments, you can offer students partial credit for alternate answers? And you can let students do multiple responses. So instead of only selecting one correct answer, they may need to choose from a list. And finally, you can adjust the answer choice formatting, which can make the question or learning activity mimic something that's more familiar to students or even help set it up so that when they do take a standardized test later on, they're a little more familiar with the format. Also, formatting can help with students who may be accessing the Schoology assessment from a mobile device like a tablet or a phone. Let's take a look at the first one, alternate answers. So I'm going to go ahead and move us into Schoology. We're going to just jump into a multiple choice question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a question. My question is going to be, what color is the sky? I'm going to put a few options down. Blue, pink, green, and black. Now, I know we can get into some of the scientific stuff, and I'm trying to do kind of a simple version of this question to get us started. So, bear with me as we kind of talk through some of this. So, if I'm trying to do something really basic, then I'm going to say blue is the correct answer, and students are going to get 100% for choosing blue. However, maybe I want to give students a second chance because, well, I mean, really half the time the sky does look black. So maybe if they chose black, I'm going to give them 50%. So maybe it's not the most correct answer, but some of the time the sky does look black. And if we think about sunrise and sunset, the sky looks pink some of the time, but that's really not a super correct answer. So I'm just going to give them 25% credit if they chose pink. And then green, unless you live somewhere that there are tornadoes. I've never experienced a tornado, so I don't know, but I've heard the sky goes green right before a tornado. um, Other than that, I don't think the sky really goes green. So I'm going to leave green as a non answer. So this is how you would go into a question and set up some alternate answers so that if students were to choose an answer, they could get partial credit based on the answer that they chose. This is, again, really great if you have some of those questions that are like choose the best answer. Students can see that maybe their answer wasn't the best answer, but they're still getting some credit for the answer that they chose. I'm going to go ahead and click save. And that's how I create alternate answers on a multiple choice question.